Hello, everyone. Um, Yay, we made it to Europe without too much trouble. So I figured it's time for us to check in and start like a little bit of a blog post so we can just like dump a whole bunch of data on everybody so that we know what we're doing. But yay. So let's just kind of cover highlights and things that we did and then stuff we talked about. We flew into Montreal. And it was 1:30 local time on the 27th. So that's left on the 27th, arrived in Montreal on the 27th. And while we're in Montreal, we decided that we would get off the airport grounds. We had like an 8 hour, is it 8 hours?
Yes.
8 hour layover. And so we're like, okay, what can we do? Well, we decided to take some mass transit and go find some poutine. We actually found a place that was highly rated named Pix, highly rated for their poutine. So we navigated through the public transit system, and it was a little confusing for us because you're not used to each city's public transit system. It was just there wasn't as much notification about what stops or stations or where we're going. So did you? Yeah.
We don't have data roaming, so we relied on Wi-Fi at the airport. And then when we left the airport, no Wi-Fi. So I quickly thought to screenshot everything so we could at least keep kind of track where we were. But then on the buses, it doesn't tell you where you are. So we literally had to just count stops. So it was old school.
Yeah. And it's funny how dependent we are on our technology. And now it's like, I remember traveling back in the 90s and everybody had a map out. Now, if you have a map out, if you're holding onto the map while you're looking for where you're going, they know you're a tourist and you don't have any data. But do what you need to do to get there. So then we came back to the airport. Our plane left Montreal about 9:25 and arrived in Geneva 9:25 p.m. Arrived in Geneva 9:30 a.m. local time.
So it was about a 5.5 hour plane ride.
Yeah, since you're going that direction. It's going to be interesting coming back the other way because then it's like the sun never sets. If we fly out in the daylight hours, it's like
just chasing the sun.
You're chasing the sun. But yeah, right now we're in a 6 hour time difference from where our home area is. So it's not too far out, but we did also find that we can now, well, I'll talk about that later, but like we now have Wi-Fi calling where it's set up right so we can actually talk to people that we know and love. Let's see, we took an Uber to the hotel once we arrived here in Geneva because, to be honest, we were exhausted. And after having struggled through our navigation in Montreal, we decided it's probably best to make it a little easier on ourselves. And we won't be doing it very much because Uber, as any of these private car things, whether you do a taxi or an Uber or Lyft or whatever, it's more expensive than mass transit. And we have 6 months, and I don't want to break the budget in the first few days of our trip here. So anyways, we got an earlier check-in at the hotel, which was very, very good. We got a little bit of a rest, shower, we changed clothes, and we headed back.
Got on the train right away and went down to what seemed like a downtown-ish area, Cornevin.
Yeah, Cornevin Station. Now, trams here are really well organized. They have like signs in it that tells you what station you're at, so it made it a lot easier for us to travel. And we took the advantage to talk to our staff at our hotel, who actually gave us some good directions on how to get to where we wanted to be, which was awesome. And over by Cornevin Station, there's a lot of shopping and there's a lot of things to do. So I felt like that was giving us a feeling like we did something on our first day instead of just coming and resting, which was sort of our big goal. We went and had lunch, a late lunch at Le Brasseurs Tavern, and that's down by Cornevin Station. And we got a burger. which is so very American. But at least we didn't go to the Burger King, McDonald's, Domino's Pizza, KFC, or any other places that are absolutely quintessentially American. You want to talk about the burger?
The Swiss burger was served. Their baseline temperature is rare, which is in America would be more like a medium rare, but that's how they come served unless you ask for differently. And it was phenomenal. It was so good, so good.
And I think I pointed out that it's the culture here is very full of life, and so I think you find that in the foods that you get to eat and enjoy, that everything here has a different flavor to it, and it feels like more full, more robust in its flavor profile, like what comes out. And maybe it's just different than what we experience in the US, but it absolutely was a wonderful, wonderful lunch. And that was our big meal for the day. After that, it was just a cup of noodles in the vending machine from I ended up getting gummy Haribo. They were palms. They were sour, the equivalent of sour worms. So it was all fun. Let's see.
After the burger, we took the recommendation of a follower, and we're going to do a Swiss tour of the city. And we walked to the bus station and got in line to get tickets for the tour.
The couple in the front of the line who were being helped actually were there. We stood there for half an hour while they got their stuff taken care of. And then the next person went, then it was us. So there was only three of us, but it ended up taking us longer than the bus tour. We watched the bus come into the bus station and leave. And that was the last bus tour of the day. So we said, I guess we're not going to take a bus tour. We're just going to do some walking. That's when we went down to the bay, saw a little bit of the lake, some fun monument down in that area. I thought it was really fun. Yeah. And we walked around, and then we just headed back to the hotel. And jet lag is a thing. Because we're struggling for the last 2 hours, 3 hours for us to stay awake. But we managed to make it all the way to 9 o'clock last night. And then, boom, out like a light. I slept like a log last night. At least it did too. Yeah. So absolutely, here we are on the 29th of October. We are fresh. We decided that we are going to take a series of buses, because that's how you get there, to Luxembourg. So we're going to go to Luxembourg City today, and we're going to spend a couple days there. And then it's on to Montreal. Amsterdam, sorry. Amsterdam on the 31st. So that's our trajectory for the rest of the week. That is it. Thank you very much for tuning in to our first mind dump vlog entry. I hope you all have a fabulous week, and follow us. Continue to follow us. And if you subscribed already, great. If you didn't, now it's time to subscribe, follow, all that stuff, because that does help us out. And
comment where we should go after Amsterdam.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't have any plans after that.
Yeah, pretty much we're wide open until the end of November as far as plans are concerned. So the entire month is going to be wide open. So it would be a Thanksgiving in American time. So please, if you have any ideas, comment, let us know. We certainly love to come visit a bunch of different places while we're here, because we've got 6 months and this is only day 2. So have a great day.